We heard a lot today about somebody named George Joannides. He
Yes.
was an undercover.
Key.
He was an undercover officer who ran a secret operation on Lee Harvey Oswald 3 months before the assassination. The
That's right.
committee's demanding records on him, but for years, this is one of the records the CIA has refused to hand over.
This is the key to the whole story. And the fact that they're not turning over this file, this is the smoking gun, Elizabeth.
Why is it the key? Why do you think it's the key?
Because George Joannides, he was the chief of covert action at the CIA's Miami station in 1963. His paid agents generated propaganda about Oswald before and after the assassination. None of this was disclosed to the Warren Commission. None of it was disclosed to the House Select Committee on Assassinations in 1978. Even 30 years later, Judge Tunheim, the head of the Assassination Records Review Board in the 1990s, said the CIA deliberately misled, that's a quote, deliberately misled us about Joannides' actions in 1963. This is the ball game, Elizabeth. This is the one thing that they are determined to keep off the public record.
They're slow walking it forever.
Forever.
We're familiar with the procedure.
Hey everybody, I wanted to call your attention to one surefire way to deepen your knowledge of the assassination of President Kennedy. And that's to read my 3 books about the CIA, a trilogy of spies that tells how the assassination actually unfolded in the eyes of CIA insiders. You see, my work on JFK's assassination is rooted not in the literature of conspiracy, but in the history of CIA operations. And that makes all the difference when it comes to understanding the events that culminated on November 22nd, 1963. You'll want to check out my 3 CIA books that tell the story of the founding generation of the Central Intelligence Agency and what 3 insiders actually thought about JFK's assassination. Meet charismatic Station Chief Winston Scott as he surveils Lee Harvey Oswald 6 weeks before Dallas. Meet urbane CIA Director Richard Helms as he fends off President Richard Nixon's attempts to blackmail him over JFK's assassination. Meet James Angleton, the ingenious, paranoid, and sinister counterintelligence chief who had controlled the agency's file on Oswald since 1959. In these books, you'll see the real historical foundation of the events that led to President Kennedy's assassination. And you'll understand this event in a much deeper way. Check out my books at jeffersonmorleybooks.com. You can buy all of these books there, as well as my other nonfiction book, Snowstorm in August. So check out the Trilogy of Spies.